I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with a 3-minute cattle market update for Wednesday, April the 13th, brought to you in part by the American Simmental Association. Have you been convinced of the merits of straight breeding when you know the time-tested truths of crossbreeding and heterosis? Check out Sim Genetics. Go to simmental.org. This week, we're just getting ready to drop off the edge of the cliff here, and we know, and it's getting closer and closer and closer. It's just like rafting toward a big waterfall, and we know it's coming. There's no way to get out of the way. Actually, we've had some pretty positive news here, especially fundamentally. We had that good fat cattle trade last week, and the board hasn't been too awful bad this week, although it has been lower. But we've got to get somehow get these current spot prices in line with what's coming down the road, and it doesn't look like they're going to come up much, so we know we've got some falling to do. Look at your CME live cattle futures. Let's look at the June. There's just no trade at all in the spot months right now because we're in April on both of them. They're almost to mature, and there's just not any trade. They're just aligning themselves with cash. But if we look at June, Monday was down 80 cents. Tuesday was down 37 to close on Tuesday at 122.85. Now the market last week was 134, so we've got a long ways to go between now and June, and it's not that far away. Feeder cattle, let's move to the May, because the April is not much trade at all. So the May on Monday was down 82, Tuesday was down 97 to trade at 151.05. Now the cash CME feeder cattle index is at 157.68. So we got a lot of backing up to do there. Real-time index on Cattle Market Central is a little closer at 154.83. But you look at your weighted average on the fat cattle trade last week, 82,100 head, which is not too bad, pretty decent trade. Your live steers averaged 133.90, which was up just 7 cents from the previous week, but not too bad. Pretty much steady fat cattle trade, although it had a range in it, and the high was late in the week, which is a good thing. Your dress steers averaged 214.81, which was down just 2 cents. But steady fat cattle market, although it did give us a little bit of a positive note because it was higher late in the week. Corn was down 5 or 6 cents on Monday, back up 5 or 6 cents on Tuesday. It's starting to get volatile. It's been very, very steady about that 375 for a long, long time. But if we don't start getting some rain in the corn belt, they're scratching this stuff in, and there's dust following these plows and these planters. And it's just about to get serious that we're going to have some rain. Your box beef is creeping up. It was up $2.50 to $3 on Tuesday there, and we're all getting ready to drop off the end of this waterfall. Feedlots have been pulling cattle ahead. They're getting very current, selling cattle that otherwise they might feed for a little bit more because they don't want to have to feed them on the market that they know's coming. And it's really been tougher on the feeder cattle because feeder cattle is all about future prospects. At least fat cattle, once you get them dead, they're dead and it's over. You don't have to worry about it anymore. But feeder cattle, you got to be looking down the road and hope to make some money on them. Look at your cash feeder cattle markets in Oklahoma City on Monday. That around 8,000 head. Feeder cattle going right into the feedlot were steady to $2 lower. Calves and middleweight cattle $2 to $4 lower. A lot of crossbred said to be in the market, aka a lot of southeastern shipped in cattle were in Oklahoma City, which that's not out of the ordinary, but when we're not getting a lot of local cattle, you're going to get more and more of those, which they're still cattle. Not that there's anything wrong with them, it's just that's where they're coming from. We're going to be getting a lot of rain here in the next several days and coming up this weekend in places that don't normally get a lot of rain, in the hard red winter wheat country, that's good. It's going to soften up that graze out wheat a little bit. They might have to pull those cattle off for a little bit till it dries out enough to put them back out there, but it's going to soften up that graze out wheat. Might keep these feeder cattle from coming in droves here in the next couple of weeks and put them off to when they normally would have come. We're going to have, it looks like it could help to make a heck of a good wheat crop. There's going to be a lot of wheat, so we know that's going to be coming down too. but look for a lot of rain coming up this weekend in western Kansas, Oklahoma Panhandle, places like that, places that grow a lot of hard red winter wheat because they don't have enough water to grow anything else. Look at Joplin on Monday, that's 7,500 head. Yearling feeder cattle were steady to $2 lower. Calves were $2 to $5 lower, and Pee-wee calves were $8 to $10 lower. Everybody's already bought all their grass cattle. We may have a few farmers picking around after they get done planting their corn if they've got some grass out there, but for the most part, your stocker buying for this spring is over. Just some spotty stuff right now, and they're going to get real particular on what they want. Now you look at a specific market on Cattle Market Central there, look at Joplin Regional Stockyards, and you talk to Jackie there and the ownership there, they're not big on having these big prices. They want all the cattle to bring a good market price and keep everybody happy. They like to take the highs and the lows out. But you look there, they had 99 steers on Monday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, weighed 740, almost what the board and the index quote, 740 at 162 and a quarter. That is a huge premium to what the index and what the board is trading, especially you go out to that May board. But heck of a price there at Joplin Regional Stockyards. That's 3 minutes. We'll talk to you on Friday.